Now, one of the things that I used to do that I don't do anymore is watch ESPN. Now, the two biggest reasons why I don't watch ESPN anymore is because I've graduated from being a casual fan. Personally, I like a little bit more depth in my analysts, and when it comes to ESPN, that's not what they do. It's just very surface level conversation.
If you're healthy, go ahead and give it a shot. You're down there anyway. You don't know what could happen.
I agree.
And the second reason why I don't watch anymore is because even when it comes to that surface level, very shallow depth of conversation that is being had on First Take or any other show on ESPN, it just feels like everyone is like yelling on top of each other and trying to say the most craziest thing.
And if I could package Kuzma with a multitude of players and even a pick, and I can get myself Devin Booker.
And if you're not doing that, you're literally just reading off of a stat sheet, and it's like, I can literally just go on NBA.com and do the same thing you're doing. And when it comes to Kendrick Perkins, he is like a constant reminder to never in my life watch ESPN for as long as I live.
Listen. They are a defensive. They're defensive. They crazy defensively.
And constructed that team, and it's smart. But if they take out that centerpiece, that defense. Go ahead.
No, but that's not true, Dominique. Here's the thing, Max.
The top
what
10.
you mean?
If you
Max,
say no, is he ahead of Paul George? Who's he ahead of?
Max, if you pull.
And because of this, his takes are so bad that I decided to react to him. That's my intro.
The best player in the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hey, T-Mac, look, I guess we gonna disagree all show. That's fine with me, because I feel sorry for your loss if you go on with the Milwaukee Bucks. The problem I have with the Milwaukee Bucks is that they don't have a certified Robin. And in order to win the championship, you need a Batman and a Robin. He disappears in the playoffs.
I'll say this about Chris Middleton. I ain't gonna hold you. Chris Middleton, he do be kind of sus. I ain't gonna, like, he be up and down, so that's a fact. But to sit there and to say, like, the Bucks are a bad team or you don't believe that they're going to make it far because they don't have a Robin when the unit collectively is like a really, really strong team, that to me doesn't make any sense. What makes it even worse is that Perkins is one of those people who's very selective to when they want to make an argument. Because when it comes to the Bucks making it out of the East or making it deep in the playoffs, all of a sudden the team is just trash, like, oh, no, it ain't good enough. But then if you want to make the argument for, like, who's going to win MVP, all of a sudden the Bucks have now the deepest team, and that's why LeBron is supposed to win it.
You take Giannis off the Milwaukee Bucks, they're making the playoffs. They have a good team.
Middleton.
Where'd you rank him in the league?
Not even top.
So I'm just saying.
The Bucks still would be in the playoffs. They would be like the number 4 seed in the East, though, Jay Will. They have the deepest roster. They have the best team in the league.
He hasn't been clutch. Also, his numbers are inflated by the fact that he's an extremely high usage player and on a Dan Toney team in an era where that guy is going to score a lot of points and get a lot of rebounds and assists. Now,
Max,
it's not to diminish him, it's to contextualize.
Stop saying it.
Is this man crying right now? What am I watching? Are you crying, Perk?
You can say whatever you want about Harden's history. I don't doubt his regular.
I know he's not about to bust out in tears.
Max Kellerman, listen, since James Harden stepped foot in H-Town, he's been in the MVP conversation.
Wrong.
You know what that tells me? That if he wasn't under Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City, we would have been talking about James Harden as a Rookie of the Year if he would have had his own team.
No, Perk. Jesus, I swear, like, they just say things on this show, and they know it's not right. When James Harden was a rookie, Tyreke Evans won Rookie of the Year. Evans was averaging like 25-5 or 25-6, numbers that it took Harden years to get close to. Granted, he wasn't on his own team. But even in Houston, his first year in Houston, Harden only averaged like 5 or 6 more points than what Tyreke Evans did in his rookie season. So just to assume that, oh, by default, James Harden would have been doing that same thing. No, like, you don't know that. There's no proof of that whatsoever. And again, you're wrong, Because in his first year in Houston, he was not in the MVP race. And there was a year where James Harden didn't even make an All-NBA team, if I'm not mistaken, because they were right at 500. I think they won 41 games. So, no, Perks. You're just wrong.
But now I'm right there. So listen, they have to finish the season out. It's time for us to hand LeBron his flowers while he's still alive so he can smell them. We have to quit disrespecting this man's greatness. For 17 straight years, this guy has lived up to the hype. He's lived up to everything, has succeeded expectations.
I can't stand when people make that argument. It's a horrible argument. We're supposed to give LeBron the MVP because what he did 10 years ago, like a decade, like that's like, oh man, we gotta just give him because remember back in 2011 when he had that good game? Oh yeah, and then remember in 08 when he dominated. Remember that? That's why we have to give him the MVP right now. So the actors seem as if like that is like a routine thing that we have to respect LeBron where he's at right now. We can't hop on from one train to the next. Like everybody just wants to move on to the next thing. LeBron was that next thing in 2009 and nobody didn't give Kobe another MVP knowing that there was a good chance that he was going to end his career with only one. Nobody disrespects LeBron. I go on Bleacher Report's Twitter page almost every night, and it's like a highlight reel, just over and over and over and over. Nothing but LeBron. You go on Twitter, nothing but LeBron. Sure, there's some slander, but for the most part, it's a lot of respect for LeBron. Let's not act like people are just openly disrespecting someone as great as LeBron. Everybody identifies LeBron as one of the greatest players of all time. This idea that I have to just gargle him like you gargle him, all of a sudden, if I don't do that, that means that, yo, you disrespecting him. No, I just don't like to gargle grown-ass men.
What do you want us to do? Just pedal the runways with roses and all of that stuff?
Yes.
Excuse me.
Why not?
Where you at, Ray? Like, you like right, you right here? Like, that's where you at right now? Like, are you here? Like how much? How long is it? Like how deep is it in your throat right now? Let me know. Like how much is it in your throat? Cause you're gargling right now, bro. Like stop gargling. And the crazy part about it is LeBron actually has a legitimate argument to be in this conversation. But when you just sit there and just say like, oh man, he's getting old, guys. We gotta give it to him. Like that's not an argument. You're just talking right now.
James was in the lab, and it's going to be dangerous. You're talking about a guy who's one of the most prolific scorers to ever touch the basketball, and he then lost weight, and he's dedicated. It's going to be dangerous, and it puts the Rockets up there as a heavy favorite to win the title if the season resumes.
Did you say him losing 20 pounds is going to propel them to the favorites to win a championship?
Yes, it is.
I'm happy somebody said that. That's why I like RJ. RJ, he be keeping it real because there's absolutely no way that because Harden lost weight, then that means that they're heavy favorites to make it out of the, like what? No. Stop it.
Greek Freak, there's still Bron, there's still AD. So I appreciate him losing this. I do definitely believe that this will help their chances in the way they're trying to play. But all of a sudden, like that doesn't just vault them to favorites. That's my problem.
I'm not saying, RJ, I'm not saying that they are the ultimate favorite, but let's not act like they wasn't a title tender.
Oh, I get it. You have your favorites, then your heavy favorites. Then you got like the ultimate favorites. Like they not ultimate favorites, but they like heavy. Then you got your supreme favorites. Then you got your like, I really, really, really think they favorites. Then you got your fave, like your bestie fave. Then you had like, what are you talking about, bro? Favorites are favorites. Like why are we separating favorites from one favorite to the next?
To me, that this makes them, second round, possibly conference.
Oh my God.
What RJ said isn't crazy. Second round, like, I think people don't understand how the playoff bracket works, right? Like the only way you can make it out of the second round in the West is if you beat either A, the Lakers, or B, the Clips. So like, how is that crazy? That's the only way you're going to make it out of the second round. And if the Lakers are your ultimate favorite, and then the Clippers are the supreme favorite, but the Rockets, they just heavy favorites, then that means you don't think they're going to get out the second round. It's literally what that means.
No, this is who he is. He's not a superstar and he's not a star. He was the number 2 pick with high expectations from his father and everybody else. And to me, he's a bust because this is not
A bust?
Yes, this is not number 2 production right here.
3 weeks later.
One thing about me is I'm not scared to admit when I am wrong, and my apologies to Lonzo Ball because I made it my duty to watch this Jazz at Pelicans game tonight. I've been watching him very closely. He is a special talent for damn sure, and he is balling. All right, retweet or delete.
I'm retweeting.
The first video dropped on December 19th. The second video dropped in January 9th. It was literally 3 weeks, just 3. 3 weeks you can't go from a bust to a special talent in 3 weeks, Perks, because if that's the case, you didn't believe it to begin with. You're just talking. You're literally just trying to outdo yourself. It's like Perk is like in a competition with himself. Like, what did I say last week? I know how to top that. I got it. I know what I got to say to even go crazier because it just doesn't make any sense. He's in constant competition with himself with these hot takes. Below, Lonzo probably balled out. Like, you don't even really know, bro. It's Lonzo. You always hating. Wrong, just completely wrong. Within that 3-week stretch, Lonzo only played 10 games, and he averaged like 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Shot way better from behind the arc. But nothing so crazy that would pivot from bust to special talent. So yeah, man, there you have it. Kendrick Perkins, literally one of the worst analysts of all time. And it's crazy because he is an ex-NBA player, yet for whatever reason, he says ridiculous stuff like this. So if you enjoyed the video, please let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you want me to make another video like this, of course, I can react to Ryan Hollins. But as always, hit the subscribe button, notification bell so you can join Noti Gang. And I'll catch you all next time. Peace.